Hello YouTube, this is the Atlanta Puzzler with part 4 on how to design your own 3x3 shape modifications. Um, in the previous video we created a Fisher cube and we did it in a way so that the rotation of the cutting cube is driven by these three parameters. And to get a Fisher cube, all you gotta do is rotate the cutting cube by 45 degrees along one axis, and that's what you get. So in this video, I want to talk about how can we make, let's talk about a windmill cube, and can talk about a slice cube, and we can talk about other designs as well. So let me right click on this tab and let's do duplicate really quick and right click and rename it. I'm gonna say windmill cube. So let's go to that tab. The reason why I copied that tab so that in case one of you guys just wants to export the STLs and print their own, they can simply come in here and do that instead of having to make the changes. Hopefully you guys will follow along and whatnot, but I just wanted to keep a tab per shape mod. So for the windmill, it's the same as the Fisher except this is 30 degrees, and do OK, and hopefully everything will be fine. I suspect the fillet will fail because some cuts give you sharp edges, and I'm using 1 millimeter, which might be too much. So anyways, it's recutting the design because it's it's recalculating everything, so it's gonna take a little bit of time. Okay, there we go. It's a fish. Here's a windmill. The the problem, I think, the fillet didn't completely work. There we go. It's because it's because these are red because the corners are probably too sharp. Let's try the 8.8. Let me see if 0.8 will make it work. But basically, the windmill cube is where every face of the cutting cube intersects with two parts only. I'm gonna lower this to, let's do 0.5 and see if the fillet will work. But anyways, the cutting cube intersects with two parts only instead of intersecting two corners and one edge, or two edges and one center. It intersects two only, so it gives you this unique shape and this unique puzzle really. So with the exception of, with that, no, they all, I was gonna say, yeah, with the exception of the yellow and the white parts that have centers, everything else have just two columns in it per se, like two parts. All right, so let's right click and duplicate this again, and let's rename it to slice cube. Let's go there real quick. Basically, a slice cube is like a Fisher cube, but it's fissured along two axes. So for a Fisher, we just did the X, for the slice, we'll do the X and Y. But first of all, I gotta fix this to be 45 because that's how you Fisher cube. And once it regenerates, we're gonna change this to 45. Actually, we can do it now. Yep, and do OK. All right, so now we should end up with the slice cube. I'll show you how it looks like. And the slice cube definitely contains parts that are more parts that are unique, and it's a little okay, there we go. See, there's a lot of unique parts, and honestly it's a beautiful looking puzzle. The only thing is maybe the Florian cuts that we inherited from the original 3x3 designs are not suitable for this cube. So maybe what you can do, if it bothers you, maybe you can revisit the fillet and change it. You don't have to, but you can. So It's one of those guys here. Okay, small, medium. I think it's this large. So instead of 5, I can make it, I don't know, 2. Let's see. This is optional. It's up to you how you do it. But so basically what's going to happen is for the slice cube, because you have the parts rotated 45 degrees along 2 axes, but not along the third axis, you will end up with some center parts, center caps that look significantly different from anything else. Okay, I'm not sure I like this. It looks fine. I like larger fillets, but you can do that. So anyways, what happens now, look at this center for example, and these edges, and look at the corners. They look really different. So let's isolate these. That's good. And let's see, these centers look triangular for example, and these edges are mirror images of one another, and these look really different. So let me right click and do hide other parts. Okay, let's take a look. So now you see the inside is exactly the same, but now I have like crazy looking corners. Like if I right click and do hide others, notice it's same corner, is just the same stem and the same base, but it looks different here. Same with, let me look at this center. It looks triangular. Hide other parts, or this corner. Yeah, this looks really skinny. It's interesting. So let's take a look at some centers like this one. You notice it's just the center cap. It just looks different here, but this is the same, and the center itself is identical to that of the 3x3. Okay, so here's a slice cube, and let me duplicate the Fisher cube one more time, and let's right click and rename it. I think there's an axis cube as well. Let's modify that as well. And the axis cube is actually similar to the slice cube, but it has an additional rotation of 19, or yeah, 19 and a half. So I'll do OK. And the reason why it's 19 and a half, because the cube is, yeah, I'm not really sure. I know 19 and a half. I use 19 and a half for it's the cube's edge length, but I have no idea why 19 and a half degrees. I think it's just an arbitrary number. So let me go to Z rotation and change this to 19 and a half and do OK. And I'll let it regenerate. So this is the last puzzle I'm going to cover in this video. The other puzzles, they require slightly more work. They're similar, but basically you need to be able to rotate the M slice. The M slice is different, independent from the rest of the puzzle. So here we go. That's the axis cube, but I think the fillet is what's messing it up. So I'm gonna change this real quick. Okay, there we go. I still have issues with some edges. I guess they're very sharp. Let's try something small. There are better ways to fix fillets, like variable fillets or something. But for now, I just want to keep it simple. Okay. This is barely filleted, but I think the point is to, yeah, the point is just take a look at how the cube. Actually, this is not right. I think it's not snapping properly here. Is it 19? Let me try 19. Yeah, this I think the axis cube in one of the corners. Not I think I know in one of the corners they all meet up, and this is not doing this. So, and also I think the Florian cut is not. It doesn't look good on this cube either. Okay, so perhaps. Um, yeah. Okay, so this is not right. I think it's. I honestly thought it's 19 and a half. So yeah, this end here. This point needs to line up exactly with this corner. So I'll play more with it, and I'll play with it a little more, and I'll update you in the next video. But for now, I want to wrap up this video here because it's getting late, and I'll um, I'll cover the ghost cube and varying the M slice, and how to vary the M slice and the ghost cube in the last video. Hopefully you found this video informative. I apologize about the axis cube. Let me review it, and we'll talk about it in the next video. Let me know if you have any questions and comments, and I look forward to see you in the last part. Thanks. Bye bye.